The Munich Security Conference has opened amid sharp divisions and explosive accusations as Russia and Ukraine trade fierce rhetoric on the global stage. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova says the conference should stop debating additional military aid to Kyiv and instead confront what she calls Ukraine's hellish terrorism against Russian civilians. Zakharova urged Western leaders gathered in Munich to address what she described as indiscriminate attacks on civilians in Russia. Rather than pumping money into the ghouls on Bankova Street, she said, the focus should be on what Moscow calls Ukraine's cross-border aggression. The three-day summit, attended by more than 60 heads of state, is not only focused on Ukraine. Leaders are also debating the widening rift between the United States and the European Union. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz warned that the so-called rules-based international order no longer exists, while French President Emmanuel Macron called on Europe to accelerate its strategic autonomy. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky delivered a forceful rebuttal. He insisted Ukraine tried everything to prevent war, but received little serious help before Russia's invasion. He posed a stark question to NATO. If Russian forces crossed into Lithuania or another eastern flank nation, would allies again respond with words instead of action? Zelensky argued that Europe must build its own credible military capability. Calling Ukraine the strongest army in Europe, he said it would be unwise to keep that force outside NATO. He said, at least let that be your decision, not Putin's decision.
Thank you for your attention to Ukrainian people, and for supporting our independence and our Ukrainians. And I want to especially thank those who stand with us not only in words or not only in emotions, not only in the hope for more security, but in real action, in real work, in concrete help, like Germany, like Mark, like Ursula, Antonio, Roberta, and all our friends from the United States and all our European friends. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you. And if you are a European leader and you meet Mark Rutte, you will definitely hear the word pearl. And not just once, and very serious things, really. He starts and ends every conversation with a call to support pearl. And he's right to do so. Thank you, Mark. Pearl is a program that allows us to buy Patriot missiles in the United States and other weapons that protect Ukrainians from Russian attacks, of course. Most of the air defense missiles that can stop Russian ballistic missiles come to us thanks to Pearl. And Pearl exists because of Europe, it's true. Europe is paying for our ability to stop ballistic attacks. Thanks everyone who helps us. Thank you. And honestly, one of the worst things a leader can hear in wartime is a report from the Air Force commander saying the air defense units are empty. Empty, and they used the air missiles to stop Russian strikes, and there was no resupply, and intelligence says a new massive attack may come in a day or two. Sometimes we manage to deliver new missiles for our Patriots or NASAMS just before an attack, and sometimes at the very last moment. And I want to especially thank Germany, Norway, Netherlands for their strong leadership in Europe in giving us air defense systems. Thank you very much. These systems save our lives. And thanks to every European leader who who invests in Pearl and in other joint defense programs, and I'm proud of our soldiers who repel Russian attacks and of our logistic teams who have kept this system working for 4 years. And I'm proud of our nation, and it is the courage and resilience of Ukrainians that make the defense, that make the difference. And our people deserve gratitude, they deserve respect. Thank you so much. 4 years of full-scale war. Today I want to show you what that really means. And I want you to ask yourselves, are you ready not only for the challenges that Russian aggression brings, the challenges of modern war, but also for the constant effort to convince the world to fight for support, to defend your country's interests every single day, as Ukraine must do. The world is built on interests, and you have to work tirelessly to align interests and help partners see what this brings. And when you see what is coming, we will be able to convince those in power to act preventively, to stop the evil before it destroys everything. Right now you can see a visualization of one of Russia's attacks. Many of you were already here in Munich when this strike took place. Russia launched 24 ballistic missiles, 1 air-launched guided missile, and 200, can you imagine, 219 attack drones against our cities, Kyiv, Dnipro, Odessa. Just one attack, just one night. Our air defense used the missile that arrived from our partners just a few days earlier. They came on Sunday, it's true, and on Thursday night, the missiles were already protecting our skies. And that is just one night, but Russian attacks happen almost every night in Ukraine, and at least once a week, massive strikes. Still, Ukraine has endured 1,451 days of full-scale war, longer than anyone predicted. And I want you to understand the real scale of these attacks on Ukraine. As you can see, in just 1 month, this January, we had, you see it, we had to defend against 6,000 attack drones. Most of them were Shahid drones, and 150 plus Russian missiles of different types, and more than 5,000 glide bombs. And it's like these every month. Imagine this over your own city, shattered streets, destroyed homes, schools built underground, and this is daily life in Ukraine because of course, because of Russia, for 4 long years. Russia uses many ballistic missiles and carries out combined attacks. Most of the strikes target our power plants and other critical infrastructure. And there is not a single power plant left in Ukraine that has not been damaged by Russian attacks. Not one. But we still generate electricity, thanks to our people. And we have kept our system running thanks to physical protection of the facilities and thanks to everyone who helps us with air defense. Just as important, Ukraine still has power because of our people, thousands of workers who serve millions. And when I see our energy workers, our repair crews, rescue teams, I see something that is often missing in politics. Through dedication, the ability to work at 100%, to act immediately in a real emergency, not in a month, not in a year or 2, but they save lives here, they save lives now, all these years. And many politicians could learn and must, I think, must learn from ordinary rescuers, from ordinary repair crews, from ordinary electricians to act. How to act immediately. During this war, thank you. During this war, weapons evolve faster than political decisions meant to stop them. When the Iranian regime first gave Russia the Shahid drones, they were simple weapons. They could be shut down easily. Now the Shahid is different. It has a jet engine. It can fly at different altitudes. It can be guided by an operator in real time. And it can use Starlink to reach its target. It can even carry other drones, acting as the, how we say, mother drone for FPVs. War reveals forms of evil we did not expect. And the longer a war continues, the more resources the aggressor receives. The more dangerous the consequences becomes, the more dangerous the evolution of weapons and of war itself, and the evolution of Putin. And I remember how the full-scale war was seen in the first year, and we were told that support would continue, but not at the scale and speed needed for Ukraine to win, it's true, or for Russia to lose. And what did that mean? It meant time. The idea was that America could manage the pace of the war and the risk of escalation to reach a point where Russia would no longer be able to attack, and Ukraine would agree not to return its occupied territories. Bob Woodward wrote about this approach of the previous US administration in his book, War. And he described how US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said, "We own the clock." And Austin had told Jake Sullivan numerous times, we own the clock. And Woodward writes that Sullivan was constantly learning from him. And of course, we are grateful for all the supplies we received. But you saw how it was, how long we had to push, to be allowed to get stronger and stronger weapons. Months for HIMARS, months for tanks, years for aircraft. Everything took time. This did not make the situation easier for anyone, because in war, the war itself owns time. And it uses the time against people, of course. That is why not a single day, not a single opportunity to protect life can be wasted. Everyone who seeks security and peace must understand this. Every day matters. And I'm grateful to every American heart that was helping us no matter what. Thank you. Without you, Americans, Europeans, and everyone who stands with us, it would have been very, very difficult to hold on. Thank you very much. Right now, on the streets of Munich and other cities, people are calling for support for freedom in Iran. We saw it. And Ukraine does not share a border with Iran. And we have never had a conflict of interests with the Iranian regime. But the Iranian Shahid drones they sold to Russia are killing especially our people, Ukrainians, and destroying our infrastructure. The Iranian regime has already done and can still do more harm than many other regimes could do in this century. And yet this regime still exists. And it hopes to survive everything, even this crisis. Today, the people of Iran expect from the world what we in Ukraine needed on February 24th, when the Russian invasion began: unity, determination, and speed. Of course, speed. Speed in support. And regimes like the one in Iran must not be given time. When they have time, they only kill more. They must be stopped immediately. And this is exactly what should have happened with the Ayatollah after all the wars his regime unleashed and all the lives it took. And with Putin as well, after the war in Georgia, after Syria, after 2014 and the occupation of Crimea.